German Foreign Minister Johann Wadephul has voiced caution about the possibility of an early end to the US-Israel war on Iran. Speaking alongside his Cypriot counterpart, Constantino Kombas in Nicosia, Wadephul said that the US remains focused on reducing Iran's military capabilities, which pose a threat to its neighbors and also to Europe, to such an extent that this danger no longer exists. I think these attacks will continue until this goal is achieved or the Iranian side has shown a serious willingness to negotiate. Wadephul said that European leaders must position themselves very quickly now so that we can also play a role in these negotiations. He also pledged solidarity with Cyprus in the event of possible new attacks with Iranian missiles or drones, but he again rejected military support. Well, this is obviously news coming in as we speak, and more breaking news that we can talk about. Azerbaijan has said that it is sending humanitarian aid to Iran, appearing to offer an olive branch days after an alleged Iranian drone attack sparked fears of the conflict spilling into the Caucasus. Azerbaijan's emergency situations minister and leader said that it had shipped tons of food and medicines to Iran following the telephone conversation on March 8th between the presidents of Azerbaijan and Iran. Iran has long accused Israel, a key arms supplier to Baku, of using Azeri territory for intelligence operations and potential attacks as well. General Kocher, we are also learning at the same time there is constant support by Russia as well, though this support is tacit. There are faculties that Russia is employing at this point in time to help Iran. What does that mean to you? Is this indicative of this conflict spiraling into something bigger?
Vineet, this basically this information what you are actually saying relates to the space and the cyber capability with the Russian as well as the Chinese are giving Iran. Actually, what is happening is that this is not going to spiral into a larger conflict, but it is improving the capability of Iran to carry out strikes onto the American as well as the Israeli targets. And what we have seen from a departure from the last war of 12 days is that Iran has been able to carry out precision strikes to a very great extent, which possibly they had not been able to do that. One important aspect was, if you would have read the news also, that 3 months back there was a joint naval and a military exercise between the Chinese and the Iranian navies in the Gulf of Hormuz. Iran has midget submarines in this area. So this is a development which has to be watched very, very closely, because these midget submarines are basically meant to ensure dominance in the Strait of Hormuz. These submarines have not been damaged so far because they are not over the ground, and though US is claiming that its navies have destroyed 20 odd boats, or ships you may call it, because Iran does not have that kind of a strong navy, and it has dented its naval capability, but the submarine part still remains. So I think that's a very important development to note. The next point is that this fear of the GCC countries is that today also I was hearing that the US air bases are being utilized for strike on Iran. They have this ATACMS, the Army Tactical Missile System there, which is fired by HIMARS, which is the High Mobility Rocket System. This is being used by the US against the Iranians, and that is why there is a retaliatory fire by Iran onto the air bases in these countries, Gulf countries. So Iran has made it very, very clear to the GCC. If you remember, Pezeshkian also apologized. He made it very clear that in case I'm not going to get these strikes from your air bases deployed in your countries, I'm not going to fire at you. So what is happening now is, and the Western media is also trying to play up this entire thing. So what I'm hearing now is that this kind of a firing is also taking place on the US air bases. Ambassador Gupta also alluded to it, that a substantial damage to the radar US systems has been caused. So I think the technology support from Russia, from China, has been upgraded in this war, and that is why Iran is able to make a difference. And my last point is, China has also shipped a nuclear fuel in their ships of these ships carrying oil to China. They have returned with a missile fuel. So this missile manufacturing capability of Iran, which is mostly underground, has been revamped by this kind of a effort by China. So I think in the ultimate analysis, why Iran has been able to be very, very effective in this 10 days war is primarily from the support it has received from the Russians and the Chinese.
Fair enough, sir. More breaking news coming in. The Kremlin has said that Russian